Hello guys, Calebby here. Today we are going to talk about investing. Investing 101, investing in a nutshell. So how to invest in a nutshell? First you need to buy a field and then you need to sow seeds of the nut into the field. Once they ripen, you take the nut, break the nuts out of their shell and you have a nutshell. Investing in nutshell. Simple! Okay, now if you do not want to invest in a nutshell but you want to know what is investing in a nutshell, this will be it in serious tone now. Now if you go to Google and Google what is investing, or you just type investing, what they will give you would be investing is to allocate money in the expectation of a future benefit. So simple, but I'm gonna break it down even further for even simpler understanding. So investing is to allocate money or resources in the expectation of a future benefit in resources. Now resources can mean many things. It could mean money basically, or it could mean finances, or even time is also a resource if you are not really aware about that. That is also why we oftentimes would hear our friends or family members, colleagues, or people around us would use the term when they are going to study or further study. They would say that they are investing time into their studies. They actually invest money, but then what they are focusing on is they are investing their time into studying for something, a resource, which is a skill set, or some knowledge about a certain field. So they are investing resource, time, finances and whatnot in the expectation in the future, once they completed the course, or even if they don't complete the course, over the course of this course, they would learn something, some knowledge, some skills that they can pick up. Or for some people who sign up for courses not because they like the course but because of the monetary benefit that the course would provide for higher paying job, then the expectation would be the certificate to get a higher paying job. So investing is basically setting something aside, a resource, something that is limited, setting something aside in the expectation or hopes that in the future you will gain back something, which could be the same thing or a different thing, but this thing, the person who is investing would have a higher expectation for it or would value it higher. That's why they are willing to have delayed gratification or this momentary sacrifice to get from here to there. So one example would be like the farmer who sows seed in his fields. So he's sowing the seed, which is a form of investment. Instead of eating all the crops, he sows the seed, and his hope or expectation is that in the future, that in the harvest time, these seeds or these resources that he has sown, scattered into his field or set aside, would be able to grow into more resources in the future. I know you guys are here to try and learn something, but let me just for one moment, for 1 minute or two, depending on my editing, 1 minute or two, let me be a little bit self-engrossed. When I started to do YouTube posting, the first video, it took me 2 hours just to plan. Yes, we plan for the script so that I don't talk dumb, because I do that in real life a lot.
Do what? I talk dumb.
So for that not to happen, there needs to be a script and some research involved so that we don't come off as stupid even in the simple calculations like 1 plus 1 equals 2.
1 plus 1 equals
2, or 1 divided by 2 equals mind blow. Okay, so seriously, 2 hours of planning and then setting up in the first building, the setting up of the area. If you want to take a look, I will link it here, I think, or here. I still can't get where is it, but I will link it somewhere. I think it's here. Yeah, I'll link it here. And that video, the setting up of the filming background and all that, where my camera should be at, my camera phone, in fact, where my camera phone should be at. So all this took about 30 minutes or half an hour. Then the entire filming took about 3 hours plus, near to 4 hours, but it's actually 3 hours plus. I think it was like 3 hours 40 minutes, like that, around there. And then comes the hard part, which is the editing. Editing would take usually between, for me at the first time, it was, I think it was 7 to 8 hours. Now before you laugh off and say you are noob, you stupid editor, how can you edit so slow poke? Before you see that, reminder that that was my first video editing experience. And then there was the good old stuff, the good stuff, which is keyword research and SEO planning. I will link the video down here to talk about SEO. So that's about what 2 plus 3 plus 7 plus 1, which is 13-14 hours. Now I'm proud to say that currently I'm doing slightly better. Each of my videos are taking about 7 to 9 hours to come up with, from planning to editing and uploading and everything else in between. I'm still doing a day job. I'm not just a couch potato sitting in my living room watching TV, Netflix, or playing a game. So all this takes a toll on my personal time. So to me, it's a form of investment into making this video for you who are watching. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I almost want to cry, but I couldn't because almost only, not yet. Now I'm also sharing this for all the different YouTube channels that you have been watching their contents for free. Please, it would help a lot to them if you look at that subscribe button. If it is not white in color and it's red, smash it so that it becomes gray or white color. Yeah, it would help a lot. And you see the thumbs up button there, that gray little thumbs up button, that is the one that you need to turn the color to blue by smashing it. And before the tears drops, it would be helpful if you can share this to a friend who you think it could help. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now we've that out of the way. So in investment, what we're trying to do is to set aside something, a finite resources, in the hopes that in the future we will gain more benefit out of it. The benefit is usually a form of resource. So you could invest into the stock market, into real estate, into a shop, into a bakery, into an office space, into a warehouse, into a factory. Or you might not even need to put down payment or finances down. You can invest your time to set up an online store, to set up a blog, or like me, do a YouTube channel, or maybe just do a Shopify store in the expectation of a future benefit, which are, like I said, usually monetary or financial incentives. Now you could argue that some of them do not have a direct financial benefit, like maybe a gym membership. Signing up for a gym membership can be a form of investment to keep you healthy and fit, or a yoga class, a swimming lesson. But some people could also argue that these benefits indirectly benefits you monetarily, they indirectly benefit you monetarily or financially, because by being more healthy or fitter you would have less sick days, which could be true. But what about those people who sacrifice or put an investment of their time into volunteering? Now in my line of work, which is a social service related one, I've seen volunteers who have sacrificed their time, their personal time after work, after their hard day of work or school, to come and volunteer their own time in order to benefit the community or to benefit someone else without needing any financial incentive, without needing any appreciation. Now you might say, it's to make them feel good, it's for their corporate CSR, corporate social responsibility. But like I said, in my line of work, I have also seen volunteers who are not affiliated to any organization still putting their time out there for others in the community. Now, these are the genuine cases of people who put investment of their time or sometimes even resources into something in the hopes that in the future it will benefit them. But this benefit for them are not a resource benefit, it's more of a meaningful benefit to the society. But you are watching this channel or this video on how to make money, so we'll talk about 2 ways of how you can make your investment make money for you. Oh sorry, I see wrongly, it's 3 ways of how you can make money work for you. Number 1 is to invest time and or money to start a business, a company, a corporation. Number 2 is to invest in something that has intrinsic value in and of itself. So it could be the stock market, real estate, properties and whatnot. Now for investing into assets, it's always to make money, but there's 2 main ways of how people can invest into assets and make money. The first way would be capital gain. So capital gain obviously is something that you buy with the expectation that you will be able to sell it off at a higher price for a profit. Maybe in the future, maybe in a few days, maybe in a few months, like how a flipper flipping flips, which is not foul language, so do not be offended when people say they flip a property. It basically means, like in Singapore context, to flip the roti prata, to hit the roti prata, to flip the roti prata would mean to buy a property at a low market value and then remodel it and sell it off at a much higher value and profit the difference. And the other way of how we make money from investing in asset would be for cash flow. Now, cash flow is very well known, made popular by Robert Kiyosaki in his Rich Dad Poor Dad, and also many other people out there who talks about passive income. They will tell you about cash flow, how you need to have cash flow, which is the most important thing, that once your cash flow overtakes or exceeds your expenses, you're financially free, that sort of good stuff. So for investing in real estate, like residential, commercial, industrial, it is mainly for the rental income, and for stocks, it is for the dividend, the sweet dividend. Now back to the 3 ways of how you can invest to make money. So there was investing to start a business, investing in an asset. The third way would be invest in yourself. Yes, invest in your bookshelf, yourself, you yourself. Yes, now many times we would forget that you yourself is the main asset which is going to put money into your pocket. It is also the most reliable asset because it's the one that you can trust, the one which could never hide any secrets from you. You might ask, how can I invest in myself? There's many ways. Reading book is one of them. Signing up for courses, picking up a new skill, or picking up a new hobby. These are different ways where you can improve yourself, where you gain new knowledge, new experiences, new skill sets that you could use in your own personal future. Now, but before you start to go ahead and invest a lot of time in yourself, be reminded that try your best not to have too many, or try not to have any, but it's very hard, but try not to have too many time-consuming entertainment. Because for many of you would say, where would I find the time to invest in myself? I'm working every single day. When I come back from work, I'm very tired. I want to go and sleep. I want to binge watch on something. I want to grab some snack, some junk food, and binge watch on the potato on the TV like a potato couch, drinking beer. So before I started this whole channel, that was probably me also. I would come back from work and either start to binge watch on a show, or I would start to play my game on my computer. And there's only one main game that I played that time, so it helps that Steam, the game was on Steam, or is still on Steam, but Steam has this interesting way where they calculate how many hours you have spent on every single game, which I find very helpful. So back then I was thinking I won't have enough time, and then one day in late November, I saw on my Steam account this number of hours that I've spent on this one single game. So the game is Europa Universalis 4. I love that game. It is historically based, meaning there's many historical events that would happen all the way from 1444 AD to 1821 AD. You can play as the Ottoman Empire as they start to conquer many different parts of the Mediterranean world. You can be the Habsburg Emperor of the Holy Roman Empire, or you could be England trying to build the British Empire where the sun would never set on your empire. I played that game for about 4 years. So if I add all the other games that I have on Steam, which has the hours calculated, GTA 134, Pirate Warriors 94, now for D2 45, Sims 3 36, Bank Manager 14 hours, Hearts of Iron 4 and Crusader King 2, I didn't really play them. I only played the tutorial and I stopped halfway, so they are about slightly more than 1 hour together. Now if you add all of these hours up, you would get 2,788 hours, and these are just on the recorded times or recorded hours that Steam has taken note of. There are many other games or many other times where the Steam has not taken record of. So for example, StarCraft 2, which I've played for pretty long, probably I would think it's in hundreds of hours. Now I'm not sure if many of you have heard before this 10,000 hour rule. It's from the book Outliers. Now there's some controversies around this 10,000 hours, but the gist of it is that anyone can become exceptional in their field, whatever field they're in, with this 10,000 hours of practice. We have all heard the term practice makes perfect. So this book tries to set amount of time that is needed for someone to achieve perfection. So it sets this number of hours at 10,000 hours. So they use examples like Beatles and Tiger Woods. Now if we were to follow that rule completely, it would mean that I am at least 27% of the way there, being a perfect professional gamer. Now it was during that time that I realized that I've wasted so much productive hours, 2,788 hours altogether, into this endeavor, which has no direct benefit or productive benefit for me myself in the future, except for maybe the Europa Universalis. I would argue that because of the historical events, it does give me some form of knowledge or learning as I play, but I could probably read many more historical stuff in that same time frame. 2,788 hours if I'm a geek and I don't work. I'm a couch potato, I'm a bum and I stay at home, sleep for 8 hours, wash up and eating the different meals, 3 meals, 2 hours, 1 hour for washing up, 1 more hour for other chores, cooking, errand and whatnot. So every single day, if I am a geek and I have 12 hours of uninterrupted game time by playing for 232 days straight, I would not even have crossed 2,788 hours of game time. Now think about that for a moment. Now remember all those mindless games that you're playing on your computer, on your mobile, on your console device, the mindless games that you're playing, they are eating up your time, thereby ending up with you complaining that you have no time for yourself, no time to improve on yourself. You know, those phone games like Mobile Legends, MLBB, or Brawl Stars, Battle Royale, Clash of Clans, all those super entertaining and engaging TV series like Game of Thrones, Walking Dead, Yanxi, Palace for Asians, all those TV shows, Family Guy, Simpsons, Rick and Morty, South Park. Now, I'm not saying that we should all stop our entertainment. I believe that after a hard day's work, it is absolutely justifiable that we find some form of engagement or entertainment that will keep us entertained, will help us to de-stress. Think about the amount of hours spent or, for lack of better words, wasted. I'm sorry, this video has become a very long ranting about investing in yourself, because you yourself is actually the greatest asset that you could ever have. Now, it has been a long video. We've come to the end of the video. Hope that you're still enjoying it. Now, if you are, feel free to drop in the comment things that are consuming time in your life currently or previously, things that you believe you could have cut down some time on so that you have more time to invest in yourself, like reading a book, picking up a hobby, etc. So once again, thanks for watching. Many of you would say that, for many of you would say that where would I find the time to invest in myself? I'm working every single day. When I come back to work, I'm very tired. I want to go and sleep. I'm going to binge watch on something. I'm going to grab some snacks, some junk food. I'm going to grab some snacks, some junk food, and binge watch on the potato, on the TV like the potato couch.